welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. We're going to get started right away in a comfortable seated position on your mat, so please make your way there if you're not already. And as you find that comfortable seat, take a few moments to wiggle around. Find that sweet spot at the center of your sits bones. From there, lifting up tall through your spine, roll your shoulders back and down. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you, allow your eyes to flutter closed. Beginning, as we always do at the start of our practice, by taking your attention inward and tuning in to the rhythm of your breath. Feeling this rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And feeling how the rhythm of your breath really helps you tune into the rhythms of your body, of nature, and of yourself as nature. We see that nature is always in process. As we move through the seasons, through transitions, there's constantly this cycle that happens. And that same cycle can be applied to our own lives. We learn this especially through the study of Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And through these seasons, through these processes, we become closer and closer to our true selves, our true nature. So today I would like you to reflect on this process of becoming, which is truly who you are at your core. You are always in this process of becoming. That is your journey. There is no perfection, there's no finish line. You get to be on this journey, on this path, wherever that takes you. We can see it in the acorn becoming an oak. We see it in the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. And that caterpillar has no idea what it's about to become. It has no idea what this process of becoming has to hold for it. In fact, it thinks that it's the end of its life. And sometimes that's what our own process of becoming feels like. It feels like this death, this darkness, this struggle. And I encourage you through this examination, this exploration of your own becoming, to acknowledge those parts that feel like a death, as well as acknowledge those parts that feel like a rebirth, that feel like the planting of that acorn, and then watching it grow into an oak. Let all of that sink in. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth. With your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. As you exhale, hands settle in front of your heart, little bow of your head here. Taking this moment to really reflect on your own becoming. And perhaps using this intention of becoming as your intention for practice today. Let's take another breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through your mouth. Now, if your eyes are closed, slowly flutter them open, readjust to the light in your space. Hands settle back down onto your thighs. Chin lifts up to neutral. Let's take a nice slow transition to hands and knees. Find your tabletop position. So as you find all fours here, take a moment again to wiggle around, find that center point. Stacking shoulders over or slightly behind your wrists and hips over top of knees. Finding that long spine from head to tail, then a little lift of your navel towards your spine, finding that core support. Now your right leg will stretch out to your right, planting through the outer edge of that right foot. As best you can, keep your hips square, pointing the tailbone back. Now moving through our cat-cow here, take an inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, a little lift of the chin. As you exhale, shoulder blades apart, puff and round the spine. Again, inhale, really feel your shoulder blades coming in. Exhale, drawing your shoulder blades away. One more here. Inhale for your cow. Exhale for your cat. Inhale, come back to your neutral spine. As you exhale, lift that right leg just to hover. Use the low belly, squeeze that right glute. Inhale, sweeping your right leg back behind you. Keep the leg long. As you exhale, land your right toes to that left corner of your mat. So crossing your right leg behind your left. Take an inhale, length from head to heel. As you exhale, look back over your left shoulder. See if you can catch a glimpse of that right heel. Feeling this stretch in your right side body. Really breathing into your side waist, into your rib cage. Just check in, see if your belly has begun to drop, your back begin to arch, and see if you can lift that back up. Find that integrity again in the core. Let's take another inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, head and shoulders come back to center. As you exhale, lift that right leg, once again hovering your foot over the mat. Inhale, bend your right knee, draw it forward towards your right elbow. Exhale, step your right foot beside your right hand to that pinky toe or that pinky finger edge. Now, as you find your foot at the top of your mat, you can wiggle around a little bit, let your hips get used to this new shape, making kind of a short lizard lunge here. Left palm plants, take an inhale, sweep your right arm open, find a twist. Stay for the exhale, drawing your shoulder blades together. Pushing through right foot and left hand, feel this wingspan from fingertip to fingertip. Let's take one more inhale here. Exhale, slowly unwind, right hand inside your right foot. Inhale, send your right knee back to meet your left. Exhale, big toes together, hips to heels, find your child's pose. 3 breaths here, in through your nose, out through your nose or mouth. Lengthening your fingertips forward as you sit your hips back. Feeling that stretch through your spine, even into that space beneath your armpits. And with your next inhale, rising back up to all fours. Again, you can wiggle around to find that center point. And this time we'll send the left leg out to the side. Again, pressing down through that left pinky toe. Squaring off your hips and shoulders as best you can. 3 rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, shoulder blades together, belly drops. Exhale, shoulder blades apart, round your spine. 2 more. Inhale for your cow. Exhale for your cat. Last one, warming up your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to neutral. As you exhale, lift the left foot just to hover. Inhale, sweep your left leg back behind you, nice and long. Exhale, land your left toes to that back right corner of your mat. Pushing back through your heel, take an inhale. Exhale, look back over your right shoulder. See if you can catch a glimpse of that left heel. Lengthen your left side body here. So feeling that as you look over the right shoulder, you're kind of exaggerating that side bend. And low belly, low ribs still lifting in and up to give you that support. We'll take another breath in and breath out. Good. Inhale, come back to center with your head and shoulders. Exhale, lift your left foot to hover once again. Inhale, bend your left knee, draw your leg forward. Exhale, step your left foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Wiggle around a little bit. Find that lizard lunge. Now, right palm plants on mat or prop. Inhale, sweep your left arm open. Stay for the exhale. Few breaths here, really feeling the spreading of your collarbones, this lifting of your chest, while allowing your hips to drop a bit here, creating space around the pelvis. And stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwind, hand comes inside the foot. Inhale, left leg back to meet your right, sitting up for child's pose. And as you exhale, send the hips back. Bring your head down. 3 rounds of breath here once again, finding a little bit of darkness, a little bit of stillness within the flow. So we're always honoring this process of becoming, wherever we are in that process. And we know that's never a linear thing. You can go up and down. You can find twists and curves. And if we can find some curiosity, some playfulness, and some awareness through that process, we'll be all the better for it. And that's what our yoga practice is really here to teach us. From your child's pose, walk your fingertips as far forward to the top of your mat as you can. Take an inhale, rise up, shifting your weight so that your shoulders can stack over your wrists. Walk your knees back if you have to find a kneeling plank. Push up and out of the floor with your hands, feeling your shoulder blades draw apart. So you're kind of puffing the upper back here to give you that strength. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, booty stays lifted. Bend your elbows, bringing your chest and chin to the floor. So almost like a little inchworm here. We're hugging the elbows in, lifting your shoulders away from the floor, keeping the butt lifted nice and high. This is our knees, chest, chin. Now with your next inhale, drop your hips, lift your chest, find your cobra. As you exhale, send your hips back and up, coming into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths to move around in your down dog. Especially if this is your first inversion of the day, it can feel really nice to just take a little experimental movement. Maybe pedaling out the heels, wiggling the hips. You might even nod your head yes and shake it out no. See how that feels. No right, no wrong here. Just explore. And as you land back into your downward facing dog, pushing through the hands and feet, finding the slope of the spine. So as you push down through the index knuckles of your hands, so that L part of your hands, feel this length up through your arms all the way to your tailbone, almost like the peak of a mountain. Then bringing weight into your left foot, take an inhale, send your right leg straight out to your right. Doesn't have to lift high. As you exhale, shift your weight forward, bringing right knee to right elbow. Land your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Back knee stays lifted. Plant your left palm. Inhale, sweep your right arm to the sky. Stay for the exhale. Find that connection of your shoulder blades coming together. Now let's take another inhale here, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, lightly drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, lift the spine tall, keeping your twist. As you exhale, reach your right hand back, lightly land right hand to the back of your left thigh. Inhale, sweep your left arm to the sky. As you exhale, gentle core support, navel to spine. So we're keeping our twist, adding a little bit of a back bend, almost like reverse warrior. If this feels tweaky or crunchy for your low back, totally beautiful to be lifted here with arms spread wide. Wherever you are, let's stay for another breath in and breath out. Inhale, upright your spine nice and tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, hands pinwheel to the mat, framing your right foot. Back knee lifts as you inhale, rise your hips, begin to straighten your legs. Exhale, bow your chest over your right thigh, pyramid pose. Staying for about 3 rounds of breath. So if you'd like to readjust that back foot, maybe ground that left heel, a-okay, do that now. Both knees can stay bent if that's what feels best for you. And if you're doing this practice early in the day, it's very likely that your hamstrings aren't quite ready to go yet. So really be gentle with yourself here. Let's stay for one more breath in. And breath out. As you inhale, think about your halfway lift, rising your chest. Exhale, bend both knees. Let your hips sink a little here. Reach your right hand towards the top right corner of your mat, diagonal to your right pinky toe. Take an inhale to shift your weight forward to the right leg. As you exhale, lift the left foot, opening your left hip, opening your left shoulder, coming into your half moon balance pose. Now, as we find this kind of stacking of hips and shoulders opening through the front body, feel that you still have this core support going on, navel hugging into spine. We're finding too that we have this hugging of the shoulder blades together, just like we've been practicing in our twists. All that happening with the support of the breath. Take another inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Now as you inhale, begin to bend your right knee, reach your left foot back. Exhale, lightly land warrior 2, arms come up to a T. Take your time with that transition. As usual, as you arrive, if you want to wiggle around a little bit, find your warrior 2 for the day. That right heel in line with your left inner arch, nice strong bend in your front knee. As you set up your legs, really feeling this power that's present there, pushing through your feet, engaging your thighs, feeling all this support coming from your lower body so that your upper body is really free to move and expand. So let's take another inhale here, warrior 2. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, flip your right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Find reverse warrior. Now, option for a half bind. Turning your left palm back, roll your shoulder back and down, and then bringing your left hand behind your lower back. Using this half bind to spread your collarbones even more, and then reaching up and back with that right arm so you feel this arching through your right side body. Let's stay for another inhale here. And exhale completely. Inhale, rising up to a tall spine. Keep that half bind if you have it. Exhale, keep moving forward, right elbow to right thigh. Now use your hand on your leg to help you turn your chest open towards the sky. Left shoulder is still drawing back. Now your shoulder blades are really trying to connect back there. Legs staying super strong. Keep pushing through that back foot especially, so that you have all the support you need to really move through the upper body. Let's stay for another breath in and breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. As you exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to the mat. Step back into your plank. Now you always have the option to skip this, go straight back to downward facing dog. Or from your plank, take an inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Find that inchworm shape. Inhale for cobra, hips down, heart up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here in child's pose or in any pose that feels supportive to you at this point in time. Listen to your body. It knows best what you need in this moment. Take this moment to acknowledge what you've already done on your mat here today, this process that has been unfolding. And let's keep it going. Come back into down dog if you're not already there. Weight shifts into your right foot. Inhale, left leg opens straight out to your left. Exhale, shift your weight forward, left knee to left elbow. Land your left foot outside your left hand. Back knee stays lifted. Power through that back leg. Plant your right hand. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, push out of that right hand. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Another inhale here, length from head to heel. As you exhale, find that sweet core connection. One more inhale here. As you exhale, lightly land your right knee. Find that low lunge shape. Pushing through the feet, inhale, rise your spine tall. As you exhale, reach your left arm back. Left fingertips find the back of your right thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Adding this little reach back into your twist if that feels okay for your spine. If you're feeling any bit of crunchiness, lift it back up. You're keeping the same expansion, just with a long spine. Now, just like in our warrior two, feel your strong legs keeping you supported as you find this free expression through your upper body. Let's take another inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, rise up to a tall spine. Exhale, hands come down to frame your left foot. Back knee lifts as you inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, folding over your left leg for pyramid pose. 3 rounds of breath here. Option to step that right foot in if you'd like. Both knees can be bent a little or a lot. Find a little grace, a little ease for that left hamstring. We have one more inhale here. And exhale completely. Inhale, halfway lift, chest comes off your thigh. Exhale, bend both knees as if you're ready to start a race. Left hand comes to the top left corner of your mat, maybe finding a prop here. With your next inhale, shifting weight forward to your left foot. As you exhale, float the right leg up. Use your core to help you as you begin to stack hips and shoulders, finding half moon. Now that bottom leg can stay bent if that feels most supportive for you. What's important is that we're finding energy through the soles of the feet here. So pushing down into that left foot, out through the right foot. And notice what you're feeling here. Notice the parts of your body that are working, giving you this stability. And the parts of your body that are opening up, finding some stretch, some expansion. Let's take another inhale here. Begin to bend that left knee. Exhale, lightly land your right foot, coming into warrior two. Make your adjustments, wiggle around as needed, finding that left heel in line with your right inner arch. Pushing through both feet, Really think about grounding through your big toe mound and your outer heel of each foot. And from that root of support, feel your spine get a little bit taller. Feel that spreading of your collarbones, that wingspan from fingertip to fingertip. Let's take another inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, left palm flips to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, find reverse warrior. Option to add your half bind, right palm turning back. Roll your shoulder back and down. Then bend your elbow, bring your hand to the small of your back. Maybe a little bit more of a bend in that left knee as you keep reaching up and back through the left arm. Let's take another inhale here. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, rising up to a tall spine. Keep your half bind. Exhale, keep reaching forward until you land your left arm on your left thigh. Roll your right shoulder back even more as you turn your chest towards the sky. Keeping that core support all the while so that you have that stability. And taking your gaze wherever it feels comfortable for your neck, or you can stay for a few more breaths here. In all of these poses, finding that balance between the strength, the effort, and the ease, the stretch. Coming back to the rhythm of your breath, take another inhale here. And exhale. Inhale up to warrior two. Exhale, hands pinwheel to the mat. Step back to your plank or skip it. Next, inhale, rock your weight forward to your toes. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, find your back bend, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, or any pose that feels restful for you right now. 3 rounds of breath here to pause the body and to reflect. Remember, part of this process of becoming is curiosity. So in these places of pause, really taking the opportunity to check in. See what's shifting, see what's moving. Notice your breath, your emotions, your thoughts. All of this is information, knowledge that we collect on our yoga mats, so we're better informed about ourselves off the mat and in our lives. Let's please meet back in downward facing dog. If you're not already there, take your time. And from your down dog, take an inhale to bend your knees, look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, take a walk until your feet meet your hands. Forward fold, keep the knees soft, head hangs heavy. Take a breath in. And breath out. Bend your knees, sink your tailbone. Inhale, rise your chest for chair pose. Any arm variation will do here. Maybe hands come to heart, or I'm partial to genie arms, one hand stacked on top of the other here. Allowing your chest to stay lifted as your tailbone reaches back and down, finding this same slope of the spine as we have in our downward facing dog. Let's stay here for another breath in. Feel the strength of your legs. Stay for the breath out. Shifting weight to your right foot. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your left knee up with you. As you exhale, open your arms and twist towards your left knee. Option to hook that right hand on your left thigh if that helps you stay balanced here. And of course, finding that core support, navel to spine. Lifting up tall through the top of your head, rooting down through that right foot. You got this. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly begin to unwind your twist. Left knee still lifted as you inhale. Exhale, step your left leg behind your right, crossing the legs. Right hand grabs left wrist. Take another inhale to get tall. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Find a side bend. Feeling that length through your left side waist, all the way from your left heel through your left fingertips. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, bend your knees, turn your chest down towards the floor. Slowly melt down into a forward fold. Legs are still crossed, left behind the right. With your knees bent, take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Stay for the exhale. Now we're going to set up our hands here. So that right foot is planted on the floor. Your right hand comes in front of your right foot. Then your left hand is going to walk in front of your right hand. So we're making a line from that right foot to the left fingertips. Now start to drop your head down between your arms. Shift your weight into that right foot. We're coming into a variation of our half moon. So that right foot is going to be your anchor point. Now inhale here. As you exhale, begin to float your left foot off the mat. Take your time. As the left foot comes up, beginning to stack your hips, open your chest, turning your gaze towards that left side of your mat. So it's like we're creating a side bend within our half moon. Let me turn so you can see it from the front. So remember, we have this kind of stacking from that right foot to your left hand. And we're still finding power through the legs, kicking through the feet as you turn your chest underneath your armpit. Let's stay for just one more breath in. As you breathe out, slowly transition to your warrior two. Really take your time. Wiggle around, readjust as needed. Really well done. As you land in your warrior two, take a breath in and breath out. Inhale, right palm flips to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, find reverse warrior. Staying for just one more inhale here. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to frame your right foot. Square your hips, find a lunge. Inhale, start to straighten your legs as you lift your hips. Exhale, bow over your right thigh, pyramid pose. 3 rounds of breath here. Option to readjust that back foot if you'd like. Coming back to this steady rhythm of your breath. Remember, we're really connecting with these rhythms, these cycles, these processes. So allow yourself that opportunity to really connect with your breath. Now with your next inhale, creating your halfway lift. As you exhale, bend both knees, let the hips get low. This time, your left hand is going to plant to the inside edge of your right foot, perhaps lifting up onto a prop. As you inhale, shift your weight forward into the right leg. As you exhale, float your left leg up. Think warrior 3 in the hips. Now inhale, right arm sweeps open into a twist. Stay on the exhale, hugging shoulder blades together. Revolved half moon. So your hips are staying as square as they can, while your chest is opening up to the right. A lot going on here, so breathe with it. We'll just stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwind your twist. Lightly land your left toes, you're back in a lunge. Plant your palms, step back to plank or downward dog. Feel into that right leg, it was working there. Take an inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautifully done. 3 breaths in your pose of choice. And if you're not already there, please meet back in downward facing dog. Use your inhale to bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Checking in that your feet are just about stacked underneath your hips. And feeling your rib cage move back towards your thighs here. A few moments in rest. Let's take another breath in. And breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, rise your chest for chair. Stay for the exhale, finding your arm variation, whatever works for you today. Finding that slope of your spine, length from head to tail, and feeling your hips sitting back as if you were actually about to sit into a chair. Let's take another breath in here, and breath out. Weight shifting into your left foot. Take an inhale to stand. Bring your right knee with you. As you exhale, open your arms and twist to the right. Maybe your left hand finds your right thigh. Feel that spreading of your collarbones, that wingspan that we've been doing all practice. Now feel that as you lift that right leg, you're really using your low belly as well as that right hip flexor to keep the leg lifted. Doesn't have to be super high. Let's take another inhale here in our twist. As you exhale, slowly unwind, right leg stays lifted. Inhale, standing tall. Exhale, step your right leg behind your left, crossing your legs, standing up tall. Inhale, left hand grabs right wrist. Exhale, reach up and over to the left in a side bend. Keeping a buoyancy through your knees here. So you're really pushing through your feet, but your knees are staying a little bouncy. And finding that almost crescent moon shape through your right side waist. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, turn your chest towards the floor. Begin your forward fold, bringing your body down over crossed legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Stay for the exhale. Setting up our hands, left hand in front of the left foot, right hand in front of the left, making one long line here. Shift your weight into the left foot, take an inhale here. Exhale, nice and slowly hover the right foot. As you begin to sweep your right leg back behind you, slowly opening the hips, slowly turning your chest to the right, creating this variation of our half moon. Strength through the legs, kicking out through your feet, and allowing for this almost twisting motion through the chest. So you're really looking out from underneath your right armpit. And always coming back to the rhythm of your breath here, no matter where you are in this pose. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, nice slow transition into your warrior two. However you need to move to get there. Wiggling around, making your adjustments to find your sweet spot. And taking a breath in and breath out. Inhale, left palm flips to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Staying for the inhale. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to the mat. Frame your left foot. Square off your hips. Find that lunge shape. Inhale, lift your hips as you straighten your legs. Exhale, bow over your left thigh, pyramid pose. 3 rounds of breath, stick with it. Maybe feeling just a little more space in that back line of the left leg. Or maybe not. Now Now with your next inhale, find that halfway lift. As you exhale, bend both knees, get a little lower. This time, right hand plants in line with that left big toe. Take an inhale, shift your weight forward to the left foot. Exhale, float your right leg up. Think about warrior 3. Adding on, inhale, sweep your left arm up, find your twist. Exhale, kick through your feet, hug your outer hips together. Revolved half moon. So again, we have this squaring off, this warrior 3 in the legs, this twisting coming from your rib cage, that thoracic spine. Find your wingspan here as we stay for another inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind, hand down, right foot down, you're back in your lunge. Plant your palms, step back to down dog or plank. Last time here for today. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or any pose that serves you right now. 5 rounds of breath this time. Really settle in. You might be in your down dog, your child's pose, seated on the mat, whatever feels really supportive for you. As you use your breath to integrate everything that we've done on the mat today. And for today, you might feel that as purely physical. There's nothing wrong with that. That is so beautiful. That awareness, that connection with your body. But maybe today you're also feeling a little something more. Maybe you notice a shift in your mood or your emotions. Maybe a change in the pace or the content of your thoughts. And perhaps there's some energy about what you've created on your mat today. Check in with that. See what you've been becoming on your mat today. Wherever you are, take a breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Meeting in a seated position on your mat if you're not already there. Finding your bum connecting to the earth. And we'll start with feet planted here. Let the knees bend. Wrap your hands behind your legs, maybe holding hands together or grasping opposite elbows. Then moving your chest towards your thighs, tuck your chin towards your chest, and let your head come down towards your knees. Your spine can round here, giving yourself a nice big hug. And taking this time to tune in with what you need to feel nourished on this journey of becoming. What do you need to feel supported in this process? What can you do every day to really bring this nourishment and support into your life? As you find the answers to those questions, feel that you can integrate it all through your breath. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale, slowly sit up tall. Keep your hands behind your thighs. Lift the crown of your head towards the sky. And moving nice and slowly, begin to roll yourself down onto your back. Your hands can come back to help you. Eventually laying all the way down on your mat. As you arrive, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself another nice big hug. Maybe even a little rock side to side here. Moving into our happy baby, open your knees nice and wide. Start with your hands at the backs of your thighs and then kick your heels towards the sky. Feel that you can gently draw your thighs down towards your rib cage as the heels press up, giving you some sensation around your hips, maybe even around your lower back. Now, if having your hands on your thighs feels comfortable to you, you don't feel a lot of sensation going on, then maybe you transition your hands up to your feet, keeping your arms on the inside edges of your legs. And wherever you choose to be, find a bit of playfulness in your happy baby. Maybe exploring some movement, or maybe exploring stillness. We'll stay for about 3 more rounds of breath to settle into this sensation. At the bottom of your next exhale, slowly draw your legs back together in front of your chest. And separate your legs away from your chest until your knees stack over your hips. Arms spread out into a T or cactus shape here. Let's take a breath in. As you breathe out, slowly drop your legs to the left side of your mat, coming into a twist. Make adjustments as needed here. Maybe scooting your hips a little closer towards the center of your mat. Perhaps bringing a prop underneath or between your thighs. All of this to support the stacking of your hips and the lengthening of your low back. And as you settle into that spot in your twist that feels really luxurious to you, maybe you let your eyes close or soften your gaze. And take this pause again to really check in. Scanning through your body head to toe, and noticing any sensations that are arising. Noticing any emotions or reactions. Checking in with the speed, the content of your thoughts. As you build your awareness here, knowing there is no right, no wrong, we are gathering this knowledge of ourselves to better guide us on this journey of becoming. And really, it is the journey of becoming. Getting to know yourself on this really deep level. Please take one more inhale here. Exhale completely. At the bottom of your exhale, keep your navel hugging in towards your spine. With that core support, inhale, roll back onto your back and readjust your hips as needed to once again find that stacking of knees over hips. Nice long spine. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly drop your legs to the right side of your mat this time, creating your twist on the other side. Allowing your left shoulder to drop towards the floor as you stack your hips, stretching through your spine. And again, maybe you readjust your body a little bit, maybe add some props. Always making your pose work for your body and not the other way around. As you settle into stillness, again closing down the eyes if you're not already there, and allowing yourself to get lost in the rhythm of your own breath, following that symphony of inhales and exhales, and seeing if just by following your breath, that awareness takes you to any new places within yourself. No pressure if it does or it doesn't. Please find one more inhale here. Exhale completely. Drawing navel to spine, slowly roll back to center, back onto your back. Drawing your knees in for one more nice big hug here, wrapping yourself up in your own embrace. Knowing that you are nourished and supported just as you are. As you're ready, slowly stretch your legs out long on your mat, setting up for your final resting pose, whatever that looks like for you. And this is another opportunity to readjust the position of your body, add props, maybe place a blanket over yourself, and get really comfy cozy for these last few minutes that you get to spend on your mat. Taking one more scan through your body from head to toe. Noticing how you feel here at the end of your practice. Feel that you can relax all the muscles of your body. Really sinking into the support of the mat underneath you. And feel that your breath can flow freely in and out through your nose. Who are you becoming? What nourishes and supports you on this journey of becoming? This is your time to reflect and integrate. Savasana. Begin to bring your awareness back onto your mat, back into your space, feeling where your body is resting on the earth. And gradually inviting some gentle movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe rolling out your wrists and ankles, moving and stretching your body in any way that feels good as you reawaken. Eventually rolling over onto the left side of your body, pausing for a breath or two there, basking in this transition. And slowly pressing yourself up to a seated position on your mat. As you land back in your comfortable seat, gathering your palms together in front of your heart, and sealing your practice today with a few moments of gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up to your mat today, for taking this time for you, and thanking yourself for committing to this process of becoming. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.